Hey friends, and welcome to this new video dedicated to all the news and theories about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Today we are going to talk about a really interesting topic that has caught the attention of many fans. The Chapter 5 ARG. Finally, after a long time, it seems we are starting to get some concrete signals regarding this mysterious ARG. A few days ago, Mob Entertainment released a long video of about an hour, and if we analyze it carefully, there are some really intriguing details. In particular, there is a scene where a monitor appears. This monitor doesn't seem to be there by chance, because in all the previous ARGs, every time a new ARG was released, an interactive PC was introduced. On that PC, players could explore folders, discover hidden files, and often get key clues about the game's story. So, the fact that a monitor appears in this new video makes us think it could be the starting point of the new ARG. It's like Mob is giving us a little hint, ready to be discovered by those who know where to look and how to analyze it. And that's exactly what we are going to talk about today. We will try to understand if this monitor can really be connected to the ARG and what the possible implications for Chapter 5 could be. But we won't stop there. Besides the ARG, we will also look at all the latest updates and news released by Mob Entertainment, so we are always up to date on everything related to Chapter 5. I will talk about the most interesting theories circulating among the fans, the hidden details we might have overlooked, and everything that can give us an idea of what to expect in the new chapter. So, if you are curious to discover all the secrets behind this mysterious monitor and analyze the possible connections with the ARG, stay with me until the end of the video. Oh, and before we start, I remind you to give a big like to the video if you enjoy content about Poppy Playtime and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. That way, you won't miss any news, theory, or update about Chapter 5. So, without wasting any more time, let's dive into this Mob Entertainment video and see together what they are hiding from us. Now let's start talking about how Poppy Playtime ARGs are usually structured, because this is a fundamental point to understand whether what we've recently seen can truly be connected to the ARG of Chapter 5, Poppy Playtime ARG. In fact, almost always follow very specific structures. They are never launched randomly, but through a series of carefully planned steps. Usually, everything begins with the release of material that appears normal at first, such as images or videos, but that contain hidden secrets. These can be words to decode, codes, visual details that are almost invisible at first glance, or elements that only make sense when analyzed frame by frame. A very clear example of this happened with Chapter 4. In that case, the ARG was introduced through the video series called The Story So Far. This series of videos was meant to analyze and summarize the secrets and the story of the first 3 Poppy Playtime chapters. But, as we know, Mob Entertainment never does anything by accident. Those videos were not just a simple recap, but part of a much bigger plan, which was the beginning of the ARG. After this initial introductory phase, the ARG usually moves to an interactive PC. And this is where things get really interesting. This PC is never random, but always belongs to an important person within Playtime Co. Through this computer, players can explore folders, read documents, open hidden images, and discover crucial information about the game's lore. For example, in Chapter 3, the interactive PC belonged to Leith Pierre, an extremely important figure within Playtime Co. Inside his computer, we could find confidential documents, disturbing images, and information that completely changed the way we interpreted the game's story. In Chapter 4, instead, the interactive PC belonged to Bruno White. Once again, this was not a random character, but a person that was near to Dr. Sawyer. And through his PC, new details, connections, and secrets emerged, further expanding the Poppy Playtime universe. So it's important to underline one thing. These interactive PCs never belong to random people. They are always connected to highly important figures. People who had access to confidential information and who play a central role in the story. And this is exactly why every time we see a computer or a monitor appear in a suspicious way, we need to ask ourselves questions. Keeping this recurring structure of Poppy Playtime ARGs in mind, we can start connecting the dots and understanding whether what we've recently seen could truly be the first step toward the Chapter 5 ARG. And in the rest of the video, we will try to do exactly this. Analyze the details, compare them with past ARG, and understand whether we are truly facing a brand new ARG about to begin. Now let's directly connect to what could be the ARG of Chapter 5. because this is where we really enter the territory of theories and possible hidden hints. Regarding Chapter 5, at the moment we can say one thing for sure. The ARG has not officially started yet. We don't have an active website, an interactive PC to explore, or an official confirmation from Mob Entertainment. However, this does not mean that there are no interesting signs already. In fact, already in the very first teaser trailer for Chapter 5, we were able to notice the presence of some hidden phrases placed exactly in the classic Poppy Playtime ARG style. These phrases were not placed there randomly, and as always, they required attention, analysis, and a trained eye to be discovered. For this very reason, many people started to consider those hidden messages as a sort of unofficial beginning of the ARG, or at least as a first signal that something was about to start. But the news doesn't end here, because a few days ago Mob Entertainment released that long 1-hour Christmas-themed video, which we already analyzed in previous videos. At first glance, it might look like just a festive video, maybe made for the holidays, but as we know very well, with Poppy Playtime nothing is ever truly random. If we carefully observe the scenario of this video, we can notice a very particular detail, the presence of a monitor, the one I am showing you right now on screen. This monitor stands out within the scene and almost seems to attract the attention of those who are watching with a more analytical eye. Some people theorize that this monitor could actually be the PC monitor of ARG of Chapter 5. It could be a kind of visual teaser, a small hint intentionally placed by Mob Entertainment to prepare us for what is coming. Maybe they decided to show it to us in advance, without making it interactive yet, just to let us understand that the ARG is already being prepared. If this theory were correct, then it could mean something very important. The Chapter 5 ARG could start very soon, maybe in a few weeks or even directly in January. This would be perfectly in line with what we saw in previous chapters, where the ARG started shortly before the game's release or during the most intense marketing phase. That being said, it is extremely important to clarify one thing. At the moment, we are talking only about theories and assumptions. Nothing has been officially confirmed yet. There are also alternative theories suggesting that this time there might not be an ARG for Chapter 5 at all, or that it could be structured in a completely different way compared to the past. So, as always, we have to take all this information with caution, keep analyzing the content released by Mob Entertainment, and wait for clearer signals. But one thing is certain, all the conditions for a possible ARG are there, and if this monitor really is a hint, then we might be much closer to the beginning than we think. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting the channel. Your support really means a lot and helps the channel grow every single day. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Thanks again for watching, bye bye, and see you soon.